Woo! See, I don't mind ZVZs like that. I don't mind them at all. Huh. Alright. So, I think everyone is excited to see who's going to make it out, so let us just go straight into the game. Alright, here we go. At the top right as the orange Zerg, we have Julia. At the bottom left as the red Zerg, we have Michael. It is 1-1. There will now be one game to decide who's going to make it through. I think Michael's doing the larva trick as well. Yep, look at that cute little larva wiggling across to the left side. Basically, he just groups them with an overlord and hits stop, and they all move to the left side of the hatchery. Whereas Julia obviously can't do the same trick because his mineral's on the other side. So Michael now has a 3 mineral advantage. Oh my goodness. Okay, so both players have gone for interesting openings so far. So in the first game we saw both players go gas first with, I think Michael's a little bit faster. And in the second game obviously we saw Julia go for a gas steal. So that was very interesting. They are cross map now on Fighting Spirit, so it would take a drone a little while to get over there. And it doesn't look like he sent a 9 drone this time, so he's not going for the gas steal. Of course, outside it was a 3-player map, so it's a little bit easier to get the drone over there. But Julia gonna persist with the gas first build though. So he's done this all 3 games so far, and I wonder if Michael might try and, you know, respond to that and try and maybe blind counter it. I don't know. Let's see what he's doing. Looks like he's going for a 12 something again. He did do 12 pool last game when he got gas stolen. And there is a drone now out for Julia, but again, because they're cross positions, I doubt it's going to get anywhere in time to actually get a steal off, although we do have a 12 hatch from Michael, so it is possible. And there's the pool just now starting for Julia as well. So drone guy going to go up there, not going to see anything. And Michael might actually see the drone when it comes out, in which case he'll probably realize that they're cross map. Maybe not. I don't know. So I think, yeah, the Overlord definitely sees it. He's not changing direction there. Oh, no, he's going to change direction. Okay, so he realizes that that drone scout was just a scout, and he's going to the top right. So 12 hatch against what I believe was a overgas again from Julia. One thing we haven't really seen too much this series is like super impressive feats of Muta Micro. I mean, we saw, you know, Michael do that awesome split last game, but haven't seen too much like Muta against Scourge control, which is generally a hallmark of a very strong ZVZ player at least. Zeki in particular just has some sick Muta control. Meanwhile, Truly is actually just being really obnoxious with this drone. I guess he's just like really mad that he couldn't get the extractor. He's just tilting. So he's just trying to attack all the drones that are mining gas. So Julia is behind on drones. He's behind on hatcheries. Actually, I don't think he's behind on drones because he made a lot more drones behind. And Julia fakes a sunken rush and makes Michael build a sunken there. That was weird. All right. I mean, Michael had lings anyway. So Julia kind of pretending like he was going for some kind of cheese there, freaking Michael out a little bit. Michael does let the creep colony finish. He does not make it into a sunken yet because he doesn't actually know what's going on. And he sees some lings poking around. And Julia now is going to respond by making the hatchery in his main base instead of at the expansion, which I'm not 100% sure why he would not just make it at the natural, since he saw Michael made his one at the natural as well. So it's not like Michael's going for super aggressive ling shenanigans. But I guess, considering that, you know, he went for the gas first and he wants to focus on the Spire attack, you know, if you do get it the natural, you're a lot more exposed to, like, ling counterattacks and big ling attacks. And if he doesn't want to make his own ling, if he wants to just focus on the mutas, then getting in the main is not terrible. But he's obviously going to have to be aware that he's going to start, or Michael's going to catch up on the gas count fairly quickly once he takes a second gas here. So he is still behind on the gas count overall, but but with that second base, it'll be pretty easy to catch up. And it's looking a lot like last game, where Michael is just gonna, have the fast expansion. He's probably gonna just get some spore colonies, turtle up a little bit. His Spire has started now, but as you can see, it's a little bit behind Julius. It's not nearly as far behind as it was last game, so I'm actually not 100% sure about the timing here. Maybe he can actually afford not to make spores because they are cross map as well. And if he just uses some speedlings to just harass a little bit and force the Mew to stay at home, he might be okay. But no, it looks like he is in fact making the evolution chamber, so he's not really going to take that risk. To be honest, I'm not sure the exact timings where that's actually safe, and it looks like, yeah, maybe the Spire is actually a little bit too far ahead to risk something like that. But it looks like, oh my god, Julie actually going in with his own Zerglings, gets one of the drones straight away, but it looks like his Zerglings are now trapped in the back of the natural here, so they will get taken down by Michael's Zerglings. Looks like one of them might be able to run into the main. Michael does want to block that though, and he does block it, attacking his own sunken colony in the process. It looks like one drone inadvertently spitting its acid on the sunken. Looks like we do have the second gas now on the way for Michael. The mutas are on the way for Julia, and looks like the Spire's not quite ready, so he is going to start sporing up here. Looks like he'll only make one spore each, and actually this spore, by the way, is very high up. I don't know why he didn't make it here. Like, this is not covering his gas at all. This is a very curious location for a spore colony, but he is also going to attack now with a bunch of Zerglings. Of course, Michael did have the second hatch much faster than Julia did, so he had a bit of extra larva to work with, but it looks like these things are going to get intercepted, and they don't have Zergling speed either, so they are going to get hunted down mercilessly. Michael doing a pretty good fan out with his Zerglings as well, kind of like what he did with his mutas last game, but he does lose most of them anyway. However, he is fine now with his spores up, and his Spire is up as well, I believe, yep, and he is immediately getting Carapace. Again, Michael focusing on the Carapace. Is Julia getting attacked? Julia's not actually getting a single upgrade this time. Instead, just keeping all his gas to actually make the units with it. Here we go. Julia going to go in for some harassment. Michael only has a single muta here at the natural to help him defend with that spore colony. He's got to be very careful. Julia actually has a lot of mutas here. I wonder if he could even just focus this spore down, but no, looks like a couple more mutas do come out. So, so Michael should be okay here. Just going to be careful not to lose any more of his drones. There are also a couple of Scourge here, so Michael can't really afford to engage directly. He's got to be a little bit careful. Look at this. Julia using the Extract to actually bounce shots onto the drones and almost kills a second drone there. Man, look at that. Looks like 3 drones killed so far. Maybe 4, actually. Didn't quite notice. And looks like Ling's running into the main base. Muta's still harassing at the back. And oh man, Michael is getting pulled in both directions here. He's got to defend both locations. Looks like the Lings don't actually manage to kill a drone, but they did give the Mutas an opportunity to kill, it looks like at least one more drone here. So Michael really having a hard time, and meanwhile Julia getting the natural expansion, so really looking a lot like last game here, where Michael has the faster natural, but Julia is about to get his own, and he's also going to have the third hatchery, the additional macro hatchery in his main base. He's going to have a lot of additional larvae to work with to make Scourge or Zerglings or what have you. Now, is Julia getting an upgrade? It looks like Julia this time is not going to go for the attack first. He's also going to get the +1 carapace as well, but his upgrade is a little bit slower than Michael's, it looks like. Michael isn't actually done now. Is Michael's upgrade done? No, wait, did Michael cancel it? I could have sworn Michael was getting it, but it looks like Michael has actually, has actually lost a Muta and has also just canceled his upgrade. He definitely was getting it before, but he's not now, and that's going to mean that Julia is going to have the upgrade advantage this game. I'm really not sure why he did that. Maybe he just felt a lot of pressure from Julia's initial Muta attack, and he just like thought he needed the extra 150 gas or something, like emergency, but that's not so good. And in the meantime, Julia going for a counterattack with some Zerglings, making good use of that additional hatchery, the additional larva, making those cheap expendable Zerglings, and going to go in, going to take out that sunken colony, and probably going to run into the main base. The drones have all evacuated from the natural. The 4 Lings will remain there to distract the Mutas, but 1 Ling in the main base is going to get a drone kill before getting taken down by the rest of the drones. The sunken being remade in the main base, in fact, instead of at the natural, and Michael now going for a counterattack. The supplies are very close, 44 against 41, but Julia will have the upgrade advantage. He's got the extra hatchery, but oh my god, that's a lot of Scourge. Michael's moving in with a lot of Scourge. Julia doing a crazy spread. I don't know what this is about here. Why he's not clumping up a little bit more. Okay, looks like, oh, here we go. Michael doing some micro first. Oh man, Michael just flew into the direct middle of all the Scourge, but all the Scourge are coming in as well, and Michael gets a lot of Scourge hits, but I don't know how well that was cloned. Oh my god, I don't think Michael really cloned that very well. And now is just on full retreat here. Michael at 25 supply, Julia at 36 supply. Michael is in some serious trouble in this game here. Julia is in position to make it through to the next round here. He's winning this deciding game. His +1 is about to finish. He's got a nice supply lead. Michael's attack, they really had to do a lot more damage, but he just wasn't able to actually clone the Scourge properly. And now Michael, I don't know what he can do. Does he have enough to actually defend this attack? Again, he does have the Spores at least, so he does have that defensive advantage. But he's actually going for a counterattack? No, he's going to come back here. Okay. And it looks like another drone going to fall here. Michael, I mean, he's at 31 supply against 42. And that is just so severe. You know, it's only 11 supply, but, you know, given how low the overall supplies are, that is pretty brutal to deal with. And he's got a couple of Lings running around to go for a counterattack. They don't even have speed. Julia has his own Lings there as well. Does Julia have speed? Yeah, looks like Julia has speed as well. But, oh, Michael might get a second drone. Oh! Barely doesn't get a second drone. Meanwhile, Julia looks like he's patrolling around looking for Overlords to kill, actually. There's one hiding here at the 3 o'clock. And meanwhile, Michael is just trying to catch up here. You know, get as many mutas as he can. Get a few Scourge here and there, but he doesn't have very many drones mining minerals, as you can see. So, so not too much he can do. Meanwhile, Julia really abusing that extra macro hatch to go for these constant Zergling counterattacks. Really nice moves from Julia. And is he gonna get a drone? He's not gonna get a drone, but he does force a big pull there, costing Michael some mining time. And 6 Lings is really not a huge investment. So, in the meantime, Michael's still upgradeless, and Julia now investing in +2 carapace. If he gets +2 carapace and Michael still doesn't have an upgrade, like Michael's mutas are just going to be so inferior to Julia's. Like +2 carapace is huge. If you consider the damage a muta does, it's only 9 damage for the first shot. And once you have +2 carapace, the bounces basically do nothing. Like the second bounce will do 1 damage, and the third bounce won't do anything. So it's a gigantic reduction in damage once you get that +2. Meanwhile, Michael has finally restarted his +1, but it's actually slower than Julia's +2, so that is not good. It'd be crazy if Julia can hit a sick timing as soon as his +2 finishes just before Michael's +1. That'll when he'll have the maximum advantage. And that would be very interesting. Man, what's going on in my chat? Apparently something's going down in the chat. Something is going down, but that's good. That's what we want to see. I haven't seen any BM from Julia yet in these games, even though, you know, in his interview, he promised us BM. He promised us equal BM for all citizens of Brood War. That is Julia's campaign platform, and I quite like it. I quite like it. So, doop-a-doop-doo. Doop-a-doop-doo. Oh, sneaky hatch? Not for you. I wonder what Julie's waiting for. Maybe he's waiting for +2 to attack. No, never mind, he's not. He's just gonna go for it. He's like, oh, you're gonna cancel my hatch rate? I guess I'll kill all of your mutas. Oh, he actually thinks the muta's hidden in the top left or something. Look, he's like splitting up his forces. He's looking for them. But he can't find them. Wait, why are these guys going over here? Alright. That didn't go well. Looks like sacrifice a few Lings as well to kill another drone. And Michael's mutas do make it home scot-free. But look at this. 83 supply for Julia. 58 for Michael. That is bad news, Bears. I hope he gets a Queen's Nest now. Somebody's got to get a Queen's Nest. Somebody please make a Queen's Nest. Anybody? I guess if Julia was able to get the 30, would have, but he didn't. But I really need to see a Queen's Nest right now. Come on, Julia. This is on you, bro. You're ahead. Make the Queen's Nest. I think if Julia doesn't make a Queen's Nest in like the next minute and a half, we should like disqualify him. This is unacceptable. Come on, dude. Make a Queen's Nest. Ah. Queen's Nest. We demand Queen's Nest. Oh, Michael's gonna go for it though. Is he? No, he's just gonna try and kill Overlords. And he's gonna get one. And he's gonna run away. Doing the sneak. He's doing the sneak. Michael now coming out with a lot of Scourge as well. Is he just gonna go for it? +2 carapace is now finished for Julia. I guess Michael sees the third, so he's like trying to hit a timing where Julia is like invested in the third and it hasn't paid off yet or something like that. He's behind like 30 supply almost. And oh my god, here we go. He's gone for it. The Scourge connect, but there's no way Michael's going to win this. Julia has better upgrades. He has the numbers advantage. He has the defender's advantage. And Michael GG's. Julia takes the series 2-1 and is the first player from Group B to make it into the round of 8. Congratulations to Julia. Wow, alright. Despite a lot of people, I think, picking Michael to be the favorite of the group, he has fallen here in the winner's match. He's not out yet. He will go on to play in the final match against the winner of the upcoming TBP between Cryok and Lancer X. But Julia does make it through. Oh man, that means we could actually get 2 Zergs from this group. Oh, that makes me nervous. I don't want so many Zergs. Go away, Zergs, you disgusting little creatures. Yeah. Anyway, go into an ad break, and then we'll be back for the losers match between Cryok and Lancer X.